Hi guys, welcome to another episode on Tech Show. Tech Show with Rose. Forgetting the fact that our Tech Show is smart Tech Show for newbies, people that find it hard to do things on their system, tech and all. So I'm here for you to answer all your questions. Well, I decided to make almost all my videos short and easier for you guys to watch because I got complaints that videos were too lengthy. So I'm making sure videos should be short and very educative, personal information. That's the main thing. Well, today I'll be talking to mainly our newbies in using system. I know most people already use this, but these videos are for people that probably don't know about this hacks, or people that are newbies to computer or tech. So today I'm going to be talking about 10 hacks on computers. 10 hacks on computers. Starting with the first one is easy because most people that are into computer or studies computer or did computer lesson knows already what this is. But for the clearer version of other people that don't know, I'll be going into details with what I mean by our shortcuts on computer. These are my 10 hacks. The first one is our shortcuts on computer. So I'll be starting with the Ctrl+C. If you want to copy a document, you highlight your document. First off, you highlight the particular thing you want to copy by dropping your cursor on the particular thing, like at the first edge of the thing you want to copy. Then you left click, you drag it to the end of what you want to copy. Then you use your Ctrl+C, that's your Ctrl+C. You copy using Ctrl+C. When you click on your Ctrl+C, it copies automatically. When you want to paste it on a new Word document or a folder, you do your Ctrl+V. Ctrl+V is for pasting, Ctrl+C is for copying. And probably you're working on a document and then maybe mistakenly deleted something and you might have forgotten what you deleted and you really need that thing back. You don't need to stress your head or start going back to your copied file or anything. You just click on your Ctrl+Z. It takes you back to your rough work, to the work you were working on before like maybe you mistakenly deleted something. Yeah, I don't know if it applies to maybe working offline. I think it does too. Just Ctrl+Z take you back to where you were after probably mistakenly deleting something or you forgot to do something. It just takes you back to where you were working on before. That's your Ctrl+Z. On a document, don't misquote me. If probably I'm working on a document on maybe I'm working on the importance of ICT and then I mistakenly deleted like a part of it and I'm looking for a way to bring it back, what I just have to do is just do my Ctrl+Z and my work comes back to the way it was before. The second one is clearing your cache, your browser cache. Most people, we do lots of browsing, using the internet, like going through all this your search history. Yeah, I feel like especially when you're using a computer with a low memory space, you notice that maybe after much browsing, you notice that maybe next day, following day, you want to use your system. The system is like slow to respond, or it delays in sending response. What you just have to do is always make sure you clear your search history. It gives the computer or the laptop a breathing space. It doesn't choke it up because it's just giving your computer. Your computer is doing this too. Your computer is also doing that. When you clear it, it's no longer having access to it. It's no longer doing that or passing that or doing that stuff anymore. It gives your computer a breathing space, thereby enabling your work to be very fast. And I think the number 3 should be how to always try as much as possible to put your files in a folder. Okay, I think I spoke about using the Office 365 the other time. Use your Office 365 in your Office 365 in your Word document. There's a way you can arrange using that. There's a way you can arrange it. Your general, under the general, you can see your correspondence. You can see having your internal meeting, your external meetings. There's a way you can arrange your folders there. You're having all the reports on your internal meeting goes to that folder. So when anybody wants to search for something, it makes it easier for them. So okay, it's internal reports. Maybe on this also date, that is all the meetings in the internal report is placed on that particular folder. One of the hacks is always try as much as possible to use Office 365 because it helps to arrange your documents in their particular folder. You create folders for this. Maybe you create folders for meetings, you create folders for correspondence, you create folders for so many things. So you know that for correspondence, these are the files under correspondence. For meetings are the files under the meetings. For meetings you can see for reports you can see and put it like internal reports or external reports. That's internal reports being that the reports that are done within the organization, while external reports meaning that the reports are done outside the organization. Just make sure as possible for organization to use Office 365 because I think that's best for arranging or putting documents or arranging documents, so you don't get to start looking for which document, especially when you're doing a soft copy work. I think my number 4 should be updating your software. Most people work with an outdated software, and you know why the updating of software enables your system to be open to new features and makes it, this is a higher version of the other version you were using or software version you were using. So once your system is not like updated or is still backward, you notice that it is slow. The response is slow because you're supposed to be ahead, but you're just there. So an hack or an easy hack is always make sure that your system is always updated so it can perform its function and also get the new feature that is available. Yeah, and my number 5 should be using of the dark mode. It's preferable because when I see people using, even on my phone, I use the dark mode because light effect, especially for people that works with computer or laptop every time, you notice that the light from your system affects the eyes. So it's preferable just turn it down to a dark mode. It's preferable you use a dark mode. The system or your phone enables you to use either a light mode or a dark mode. For me, preferably for people that are always working with their system or laptop, it's preferable you just turn it down to a dark mode so it doesn't affect your eyes, because always being on system affects it and give you a high risk of using glasses at a younger age. So to prevent that, just turn in your system or your phone to a dark mode, because people like me that like pressing phone every time, my phone is always on dark mode. Either in the morning or in the night, my phone is automatically on dark mode. So I don't need to start straining my eyes, especially in the night. So it's always on that dark mode. Yeah, and I think my number 6 should be, most people get hacked. I'm not saying that people don't get hacked, but I feel like before you can get hacked, you should protect your phone, especially when you have files that are very, very important to you. You should always back it up and using 2-factor authentication. Having a backup file is very, very important. In case that file goes missing, you know that you have a backup file. Your backup your file should be your number 6. Your number 7 is using 2-factor authentication to password or code anything you're doing. Using 2-factor authentication is like, when people, I saw a meme where a pastor is wearing a jalamiya and then someone commented and said, this is a 2-factor authentication. Jalamiya is for Muslim and then he's a pastor being Christian. So having 2 parts, that's what 2-factor authentication is like. You're using your password, maybe a phone to lock your phone number, to lock your phone, and an email, a recovery email. In case you misplace that number, there's another way you can get your file back. You get people that uses only number, and I used to be like, even if you get that number back, or you back up the number, or you went to retrieve the SIM, some of your file might be gone. But in as much as maybe you don't want to lose that file, always have a 2-factor authentication. You're using your phone to back it up, you should use your email to back it up. In as much maybe the phone is not available to access at that point, your email can send a recovery detail to you, then you can recover all your file back. I always tell people, always have a 2-factor authentication. Don't just based on I've locked my phone, you will get hacked. There's nobody that is above hacking. Another said got hacked. You can get hacked. Nobody's above hacking. So just protect your interest or protect yourself by always using 2-factor authentication. If your phone number doesn't do the work, your email will do the work. And use a password. Most people use, like me now, use one password for almost all the things. Although I know it's not safe, but at the same time, for people that forget things, it's very easy. But not just using one password, using one password that is difficult to crack. Not just using password that anybody can easily guess. Either sometimes when you use password, they will ask you to use a character, number, and alphabet, and then an uppercase alphabet and a lowercase alphabet. So with that, at least you can know that, okay, I'm using this password. Nobody can guess. Even if they can guess it, they don't know the upper case and the lower case. Although that doesn't stop you from being hacked, but at least it reduces the risks of being hacked. My number 8 should be know what to use for what you want to do. So once you want to create a document, once you want to work on a document, you use your Word document. Word document is preferable for creating a document. But when you want to do something that has to do with lines, columns, I think Excel is not. But I know that Word documents to do the work of Excel by there's a tabular form in Word. But preferably, if you want to do a tabular work, preferably I would just say you use Excel, because that's what Excel is made for. So that aside, when you're working on presentations, you use your PowerPoint for presentations. I feel like PowerPoint is more preferable for presentation. But most people, you see them, most of their presentation, their diagrams, they're using Word. And I'm like, Word is specifically for writing, for to me, it's just for writing. For presentation, you use your PowerPoint. For tabular stuff, you use your Excel. For jotting, use your notes. Everything has its own usage. You don't use Word to, in as much as you can still tabularize what you're doing on Word. Preferably, if you want your work to look good, I think preferably you use your Excel when it comes to tabular stuff. And when you want to have a presentation, you can use your PowerPoint. That's why you need to use Office 365, because all these packages are in your Office 365. And number 9 is try as much as possible to always reboot your system whenever you're having like problems, or maybe your computer is being slow, or it's not giving response. This can be due to, aside you restart, it can be due to packing things on your system. You're opening too many apps on your system, especially when your system is having low storage. You open Yammer, you open Excel, you open Teams, you're opening so many things and you're not closing them. If you notice, and then when you at the topmost of your system, you'll be seeing all the things, all the apps you're opening. They are still there. You don't bother to close them, and then you'll be asking why your system is slow or slow to respond. Why won't it be? You're opening so many apps and you're not closing them. You're not giving it room to breathe. So at this point, when you are having this kind of problem, try as much as possible to, when you're done with an app, you close it. You don't just minimize, you close it. You're done with it, you close it. And then probably you are still having that issue, you learn how to restart your system. The last one is going to be on the using of SharePoint. This is basically for organizations. Yeah, mind you, Excel can be used for data analysis. When you're doing your data analysis, it's preferably I use Excel. I like Excel, but most people, when I see most people using, most of the time they are for presentation, data analysis, you're using Word. Why using Word? Word is just it's just for writing to me. Else maybe I have a report or something to write, I use my Word. When it comes to data analysis, that's where I have my Excel. When it comes to presentation, I have my PowerPoint. That aside, I want to talk basically on your SharePoint. SharePoint is an important part. Now, it's a very good hack. Like this, that's why I left it at my number 10, because I want to talk extensively on it. It's a very good hack. I think I said it while I was doing this video. SharePoint helps organizations to arrange the files. SharePoint makes it easier for you to locate a file, especially when you're working online and you're using soft copy documents. Most of the time, people don't understand that the world is revolving, and now we are doing everything online. People don't carry file anymore to start working up and down and say sign this, sign that. I can send you your file through email. That's why we have the new tech. That's why in Anambra State we have official working email where everything has at Anambra State. So while using your SharePoint, now that almost everything that we're not doing is online and using tech, while working on your SharePoint enables organization to make you don't need to stress your head. Not just you created a folder. It's a folder already. You just need to place what is in where it's supposed to be. There's meetings, there's correspondence, there's editing, there's just so many folders. So in as much as you don't want to get your work mixed up, especially in a big organization, you use your SharePoint. Where there is meetings, you put your meetings. Where there is reports, you divide it your internal and external reports. Where there is your correspondence, you just do it. SharePoint is a whole lot for me. It helps organization, especially when it's a very big organization where you guys are doing a lot of things. This one is working on this one is working on this one. As a manager, and I want to see what you guys have done, I can just go to SharePoint I'll just go on this particular folder. I'll see all the work that I've been done. And to think, the funny part of SharePoint is that SharePoint gives access to who access wants to do. If I work on a document and I don't want anybody to touch that document, I can lock that document and just put you can view but you cannot edit. That's the sweetest thing about SharePoint. SharePoint you can lock your document. Maybe now you can give access, you can grant access. Maybe now I worked on a document and probably someone else wants to check that document. I will give you access to view. If I want to give you access to edit, I will now be the one to, like, you request for an access from me. And I will not be the one to give you that access to, okay, you can go through the document. I can now access, like, grant you the permission to go through that document. And one thing about SharePoint, especially when you're working online, Microsoft 365 as a whole, if anybody is online, it will show that this person is working online, like we are all working online. Aside that, SharePoint, if I work on a document, SharePoint will write my name, like if I was the one that worked on this document. In case maybe I don't need to tell my boss now I was the one that worked on this document. Once he comes to that folder, he will see my name that so and so posted this document at this so and so time. That's the sweetest thing about SharePoint. That's the sweetest thing about Microsoft 365. I feel like Microsoft 365 makes your work or your workload easier. You can grant, if I work on a document today, I don't want anybody to tamper with that document. You know what it is? They might, okay, you might work in an organization whereby people will just want because they're envious of you, they want to, maybe you made a report or something and you want to keep it there, and someone now wants to go and edit it and maybe write something. SharePoint will tell you, you can go for, there's an option that shows, to show you how many people worked on that document. It's just like like it tells you, it gives you that, it gives them that privilege. When I click on that document, I will see how many people made edit on that document. Maybe 3 people came and maybe did some correction. It will show that these 3 people came on and worked on this document. I don't know why you guys don't want to, most of the don't want to use Office. See the sweet features of this SharePoint. It makes your work easier. You can decide to lock your document, give access to who you want to give access to. It shows anybody that edits that document. It gives the report. Maybe you worked on this document 50 seconds ago. It will show that you worked on this document 50 seconds ago. This is the sweet hack. I think I promise not to make this video lengthy so people can watch and learn. I think I've come to the end of my 10 computer hacks, and I hope you guys learned something, because I did. I know I passed the knowledge I have to you people. I hope to see you guys. Thank you for watching to the end of this video, and I remain your very beautiful tech host. Anytime you have any question concerning anything at all, don't forget to leave it on my comment section. I will definitely answer. Don't forget to on your notification button, keep it on, so whenever we post any new video, you'll be informed about the video. Don't forget to always like and share our video on all our social media handle, Brand Edge TV. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.